simple fact, he wants an escape out of what
I love my naughty crew.
hyping him up, gassing him up, making him look good. And you fell for
Hey,
it.
Lock, how you doing? Yes, it said what it said, baby. It said what it said.
Everland, a real man would have said, hey, listen, I'm dealing with some stuff in my marriage. When
Hey, Bree. Have a good day on purpose, baby.
with my mental health and got
Ooh.
myself together, I'll holler at you. It may be a year from now, it may be 2 years from now, it might be 5 years from now. But
Child.
I have the respect for you to wait till I'm officially single and officially healed. You are involving yourself with an unhealed man that refuses to divorce his wife and only started going
Hey, y'all.
with you because Remy Ma exposed you. Had Remy Ma not exposed you, you would still be in hiding, blowing up the cell phone.
Shout out to Anonymous T.
I'm going to get into a little bit of what Motivation Jason said this time around on the heels of the Lotto and 21 Savage pregnancy announcement.
What's up, y'all? Hey, happy Thursday.
For y'all to check it out yourself. And shout out to Motivation Jason.
Claressa Sheilds and Pat Poole's situation, where she made the announcement a few weeks ago. Claressa Sheilds basically talking about happy birthday, Pat Pools. I wish I could surprise my man with a baby and all this other stuff, and he's so awesome. But at the same time, it's like, why are you so fixated on getting pregnant and surprising this man that's a married man? And when we talk about Lotto's situation, because I want to talk about, it's a very similar situation that Lotto was in, but the only difference is Lotto
Good morning.
was pregnant. But I do want to point out some hypocrisies in this situation that I'm seeing a lot of people kind of talk about, and just really avoiding these type of conversations with a lot of men on the internet bashing her and trolling her for being a single mom or whatever. But so I will address
Hey,
those
Cece.
hypocrisies here in a minute.
Thank you.
When I talk about some of y'all women allowing yourselves to be with these separated married men, this is a recipe for disaster.
Absolutely.
This is a recipe for disaster.
Rest the coleslaw. Pay attention.
Still attached in a situation that he hasn't ironed out his differences in. No matter how bad it looks, no matter how bad he may say that his wife is, and putting him through the ringer, dragging him through the mud. If he's still married, there's still opportunity for reconciliation. There is still opportunity for reconciliation. He can go back home. He can go back to his wife.
Y'all like the video?
Look, he can go back home. And the other worst case scenario, God forbid, if either one of those men, Papoose, had a car accident, lost his life, guess who gets everything? His wife, Remy Ma. She gets everything. Now, I don't know how much.
She sure do. She would get everything. But see, rest of coleslaw crash out, she'll remix it and spin it like, I don't need nothing for my man. I don't need nothing because I got money. Body tea. I got money. Y'all like the video? Like the video. I got money. That's how she'll spin it. She'll make it make sense for herself. Shout out to Anonymous T. Okay, that's from a man's perspective. At the end of the day, he's still a married man. I don't care how much you come out here and lie and say, oh, he paying all my bills. Pap can't afford to pay your bills. Pap could barely afford himself. Let's just keep it 100. Let's keep it a stack. Pap got a child he still got to take care of. I think that was all lies when she said that. I swear. It was all lies. But she thinks she got to convince the internet. So you keep making a fool of yourself, and we'll keep making the content at the end of the day. Good morning, Naughty Crew. Welcome, everybody. Please like the video. Welcome to the Naughty Love Movement. I'm your host, Naughty, or Nikki, whatever you want to call me. Bring you the latest and trending topics. And, I vlog my life. You have to follow me on the free apps. We got so much to get into. Good news! We got some good news. We've been covering the Naziah Harris case over here. When he got his sentence, I wish for him to eat, the inmates to crush glass in his food. I wish for cocktails to be thrown at his ass every other day. I wish for Naziah's spirit to haunt his life. Well, God somewhat has answered my prayers. Oh yeah, Jarvis Butts was found deleted in his cell this morning. Ciao. Look, so many people have felt this little girl, and all she wanted to do was be loved. That's all she wanted to do was be loved. Y'all thumbs up the video. We're going to get into the story. All right. It was Cardi B day here on the East Coast over there in New York. She had a pre-party. She tore down the house and she brought out Little Kim. Okay? She know how to pay homage to the people that paved the way before her. Ressa, pay attention. You a hating ass heathen calling Laila Ali a witch. Well, you a bitch. You a dirty bottom foot bitch. You a dirty bottom foot whore. You are a DM slut monkey. I said it. No, people might not like that. I call her a monkey. I don't give a fuck. She a whole side dish. Macaroni, coleslaw, all that shit. All that shit. Y'all like the video, like the video, like the video. And we're going to get into Tiny Harris. She's on a press run promoting. She was on some TV one show where they did like a whole spotlight on her. But shout out to Tiny. Shout out to Tiny. Y'all thumbs up the video. Likes are free. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Okay? And replay game. Shout out to y'all. Oh, hello, Natalie. Thank you for joining. Natalie Nunn? Thank you for joining. Yeah, the baddies was out at the Cardi B concert last night too. All right. Yeah, a lot to get in. Interrupting my live. Sound check. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm pulling my do not disturb. We're going to get into Drewski. Yes, dressing up as Erica Kirk. Hilarious. I was on the floor. Hello. Y'all like the video, like the video. Happy Friday Eve. I'm going skating tonight. Yes. Yo, the Cardi B concert this weekend. She gonna be in Newark on Saturday. I'm watching the ticket prices, Naughty Crew. I'm watching the ticket prices. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to go by myself. Yeah. My husband's like, you want to go by yourself? Hell yeah. I have me a freaking blast. Are you kidding me? I have the best time with myself. I have the best time with myself. I love to roll by myself. Yes. Oh, yeah. We have a good time. Okay, I'm a Gemini. It's always two of me. Okay? And we have a blast. All right? We have a blast. Or whatever. Oh, and shout out to Hood Champion. Laila Ali called in on his channel last night. And we're going to get into her commentary. I'm going to just specifically focus on her response to Claressa Crash Out Coleslaw Sheilds, because she's a hot mess central. Why she's even... I wish people just even stop asking. Like, and fuck Charlemagne the bootlegger, okay? The bootlegger, excuse me. F him, okay? Nobody challenges on the stats. She talking about she the highest paid and she sell the most tickets. No, the F she don't, okay? But, and we'll get into all of that. But in pressing news, let's get to the subject at hand, the most important. Rest in heaven, Naziah Harris. Baby, I say prayers for little girls that are going through situations like you are on a day-to-day basis. She did not have family that loved her, that protected her. It's just sad. And it was a trickle effect, because it starts from the family. Then you got the Department of Family, Youth, and Services that failed her. And then on top of that, you got the Detroit Police Department. Now, Jarvis Butts has been able to snuff himself the fuck out. The coward way out. And we still don't know where this baby is. We don't know where he put her. We don't know so far. We don't know if he left any notes. We don't know. At the end of the day, that plea deal was bogus because he didn't really have to tell where the body is. He just had to give a true full statement. And we don't know what that is. It's disgusting. The trail of victims he left behind. We didn't, a lot of the victims did speak at the sentencing hearing, and the pain in their voice. They're going to have to carry that for the rest of their life. But here's the thing, because I still felt like with his sentence, he had an opportunity to get out of prison. He would have came up for parole. So these victims would have been living with that for the rest of their lives. Like, when is he going to get out? When, oh my God, is he going to come after me? And things like that. Well, now we don't have to worry about that because he understood the piece of bottom, dirty foot piece of shit he was. Having kids just so he could essay them. It's crazy. Y'all like the video. Having kids just so he can essay them is disgusting. And I hope all the women, because it was out there what Jarvis was known as. This man did a 10-year bid. He did a 10-year bid for child molestation. Okay, so it was known. And I hope all them women that felt the need to be in relation with his high yellow bitch ass, go and sit on a couch somewhere and get some therapy and learn your self-worth. Learn how to walk in your self-worth at the end of the day. Like, ain't no man worth all of this. You don't need a man to validate you. Child, let's get into it. Let me pull this article up. Like, y'all like the video? Share this live out. Oh, and I'm gonna touch on Tokyo Attorney burnt gap unfit ass too. She's disgusting. She is so in competition with her daughter. She let her tell it. Her narcissistic ass. China jealous of her, or Angela White. Here we go. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. Oops, up. Finally, we see him without a mask, child. He spent the whole trial in a mask. Jarvis Butts, the man who deleted 13-year-old Naziah Harris, found dead in prison just 2 weeks after sentencing. Well, he lasted longer than I thought. But that culture in there, when you have those type of charges in prison, you are bottom of the food chain. You are food. They will hunt you, haunt you, and F you up every day if they could. Hello, Natalie. Yeah, I wanted to be more shorty if they checked for the houses in Virginia. All them people that he was in contact with need to get tested. It's sad that they gotta live that way, but child, he was a gigolo. And in the beginning, I heard rumors. It was just rumors. It wasn't never confirmed, but that he liked men too. Hello to everybody in the chat. Y'all like the video. So, this case just took another turn. Jarvis Butts, the Detroit man convicted of deleting 13-year-old Naziah Harris and assaulting multiple young women, has died while behind bars. Officials say he was found unresponsive at a correctional facility in Michigan and was pronounced dead after staff tried to save him. Why they tried to save him? I'm just saying. Authorities are currently investigating his death as possible suicide, self-deletion, okay? Butts had just been sentenced on March 12th to serve decades in prison after pleading guilty in a deal that covered 6 separate cases. He was facing 35 to 60 years for the red rum plus additional time for multiple assault charges, though the sentence were set to run at the same time. As part of his plea, he agreed to provide truthful information about what happened to Nazaya. However, her body still has never been found. And that's my problem right there, okay? She was last seen getting off her school bus in Detroit back in January of 2024. So, hallelujah! There is a God. This monster no longer lives among us. Hold on, Lil Kim. We're going to get to you. Queen B. Hip hop, hip hop. I'm a leader. Y'all following shit. Let me in. Y'all wallowing shit. Bitches suck cock just to get to the top. I put 100% in every line I drop. It's the cute to the mo. BB. I wish I lived the life I live. Yo, Prodigy. The judge put it out there from the last hearing. What did the judge put out there from the last hearing? It's bittersweet because I would have liked him to suffer a lot longer. Absolutely. I would have liked him to choke on his own phlegm a few times. Like, I wanted him to have a slow pace suffering in prison, at least for a year. At least for a year. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. For what he did to them kids, actually, at least 1 year for each victim. I wanted him to like, die slow in prison. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I wanted him to have to live in his own feces. Yeah, that type of suffering. You know what I'm saying? Like bed sores, everything. For all the pain he inflicted, and then if he wanted to off himself, so be it. Like, nobody cares. Oh, his health status. Well, he said in the hearing that he was required to get tested every so often for the houses in Virginia so that they could notify his victims if he came back positive. But it was never confirmed if he had the houses in Virginia or not. But I wonder if any of his victims, I want to hear from the victims. Hopefully some of the victims will speak out. Let me see what's going on Facebook. Usually they got fan pages and stuff. Let me see, Nazaya. Let me see, they usually have pages. This person says, shout out to Lindsay. I knew he wouldn't last. Jarvis Buzz dies in prison weeks after sentencing. Christina, she says, yes, justice was served. Rot in hell. Child. This person said, all I know is they bet not have a service for Jarvis when they didn't have one for Nazaya. Period. Like, what's up with the family? Not having no type of services for the baby or nothing. That does, look, y'all, we talked about Annette's testimony at the sentencing. She made that shit all about her. I'm suffering. My health is failing. What about Nazaya? What about the fact that you never protected your granddaughter? What about the fact that you knew he was a predator? And the reason why I know how you all knew, all of y'all in that house, Annette, Shannon, and Marquita. First of all, not only did he lay down with both your daughters, but y'all got up on the stand at the preliminary hearing when they were trying to determine what happened to Nazaya. When that was your opportunity to windmill for her, y'all sat up there and lied for this dirty community peen essayer. And you want us to give two shits about your health failing? You want us to care that people are harassing you? Annette, you a burger, bitch. Boo! We don't give a fuck. You did not protect that baby. Admittedly, out of your daughter's mouth. Yeah, Shannon said it. Shannon. Y'all some trifling ass bitches. And I think Jarvis was sleeping with all of y'all. So may all of y'all be plagued. Whatever ailments he left behind, may y'all be plagued with that shit for the rest of your goddamn life. Don't nobody give a fuck about you big back sluts. And I'm glad your children were taken away because y'all don't deserve them. Hoping you have eternal hell, bitches. I hope Naziah haunt y'all sleep every single effing night for what y'all did to that little girl. Everybody felt that baby be more shorty. Every effing body. And if my mouth too reckless, move around. I don't care. Alright, I'm just going through some of the reactions on Facebook on the Naziah pages. Justice for Naziah page. Rashaya said, yes, it's true. He's effing dead. Pretty Unique says, I believe Janiyah Impact statement put the nail in the coffin. Absolutely. So they saying he deleted himself. Coward. We knew he was a coward. That's why he was pimping on all them women. Jarvis had a type, baby. Jarvis had a type. Low self-esteem. No self-worth. Weak-minded women. That's what he used to go for. Somebody says, somebody call the jail and see if Jarvis really dead. This is the most crazy plot twist ever. No, it's not. He knew they was coming after him. He was fooled up in that prison. I'm telling you, they was coming for that ass. Literally and figuratively. He wouldn't have been able to sleep. They would have been harassing it. And the COs be in on it. They opened the cell for them to come in and take it. Yeah, I was hoping he got split from the rooter to the tutor. Had to get stitched up in every child. I had so many crazy thoughts when it came to this piece of shit. Oh, child. So this person asked, Tay Marie, she said, does anybody else think he may have unallowed himself to get away with it? Or did it because where he said she was isn't true? I mean, he didn't get away with it. He got sentenced. So I don't feel like he got away with it. I felt like he got away with a lot due to these weak-minded ass women that he was picking. Child. Asia Green said Naziah haunted the F out of Jarvis. I bet that ninja couldn't sleep or nothing. Absolutely. Ha! Angel said, is Shanna going to unalive herself too now? Somebody, Cherie says, I hope he left a letter about where her body is before he deleted himself. I don't think, he's a narcissist, so I don't think he'll give us the satisfaction. For those of you who are just joining, like the video. Jarvis Butts, who was convicted of red rum of Naziah Harris, was found deleted in his cell, and they're saying it is self-deletion. This person said Jarvis Butts is dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Ugly motherfucker. But now, can Naziah get a going home ceremony or something? Annette was up there talking about something. People opening GoFundMe's without my permission. Bitch, you just mad because you couldn't get a cut. Let's keep it real. That's the only reason why you had Naziah and her brother. It was for the check. And that's why you didn't feel the need to protect them. Because they were only a check for you. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Yeah, let's get these likes up, okay? Oh, little update on my girlfriend. She made it through her surgery successfully. I'm gonna call and check on her today at my lunch. I'm gonna call and check on her today at my lunch. Y'all like the video, like the video, like the video, okay? All right, so let's get Tiny. She's doing a press run. Yes, please. Hey, Bree. Hey, girl. Tiny doing a press run, girl. And I'm just like, this situation is a situation that never ends, okay? But, you know, Tiny, she like promoted her kids, you know, in this whole process. But she was on The Breakfast Club and she was on Tamron Hall. And they asked her about the whole beef with 50 Cent or whatever. And so let's hear what she has to say. Continue prayers for her healing.
About being used in this back and forth.
Yeah, well, I felt like it was, of course, uncalled for because, I mean, I feel like if you're a man and you're dealing with another man, you should keep the beef between you and that man. You know what I'm saying? And to bring me in it, it's like, for what?
I have to think about all of these years and the...
You ain't got no serve.
So Tiny said, like, to bring me in it, what was the points, okay? And she was on the Breakfast Club as well. I just feel like all these platforms, they just be asking the same goddamn questions. Nobody is original at all. And I'm really over the Breakfast Club. Like, I think the world over the Breakfast Club. Like, ain't nobody going to Netflix to watch y'all. Y'all made a big mistake by following Charlamagne and Chester off the cliff. Y'all forgot he was Wendy Williams' bootlicker? Y'all forgot Charlamagne was a bootlicker? Child, let's see what she had to say on Power 105 or Breakfast Club.
Recently saw, you talk about Damani being, you know, edgy, King. We saw their responses with the whole 50 Cent situation. And I heard T.I. say how he didn't like to see them do that. How did you feel when you saw Damani and King hopping online to defend you with 50 Cent?
It was you know, proud moment that they wanted to speak up for their mom, but and I felt like the songs was really good, especially the money when he went in with the Miss Jackson. I was like, dang, where did this come from? It's amazing. So, but King, you know, my son, and he took it very personal. And he just was like going so far. And I kept calling King, take this down right now. And he was like, nah, I can't, mama. And I'm like, what? And I just couldn't get him to listen to me. Like, he's like, nah. I mean, I was like, listen, this child ain't had nothing to do with nothing. He said, and you didn't have nothing to do with nothing. So I was like, okay. Then I see something else. Can you please take the video down with the shirt on? He's like, nah, I got this, Mom. You just gonna have to stay down. Because, you know, you should not have been dragged in this.
You should not.
He was like, you know, I could have said something about, you know, I know he loves his grandmama, but he didn't talk about my grandma, so I didn't talk about his grandma. So, you know, I was like, okay, I can't control this kid.
When you are dragged into those things, how did that personally make you feel?
And I really didn't give a damn. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I had already told my assistant, I said, he's gonna bring me in this. I already knew it was coming, you know, but it came. So I was expecting it. Nobody else, I don't think, was expecting it. So, yeah.
And feeling like that, do you feel like 50 Cent went too far? Or is it like...
I mean, I feel like you should have kept the beef with the man you was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Why is you bringing his woman into it? Because you are dealing with a man. You a man. You dealing with the man. Deal with the man. You ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Like, who goes after the woman? Yeah. That's crazy. Regardless of whatever you thought, it's crazy. You should be dealing with the man. This y'all beef, right? Okay. Yeah.
Well, to me, I have probably an unpopular opinion. 50 has no limits on who he would troll. Anybody could get it. Even his dead mama. I just really feel like she's trying to spin off this narrative, like 50 always going after black women. 50 go after anybody he feel fit in the moment. That's just the reality of it. That's the way he troll. You know what? I felt like the Harris family as a whole handled it correctly. A lot of people feel like they went too far with his dead mama, but when it come to beef, I feel like all bets are off. Anybody could get it. Anybody could get it. But shout out to Tiny for doing her press run. She's definitely media trained. Okay. Coleslaw, Rasa. You need to pay attention, child. But I can see that. Like, he should have just kept it with Tip. But Tip know how 50 is. He capitalized off of it. And some of them pictures your husband put out there, child. Okay? Y'all remember that whole when she first woke up and stuff like that. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I wish the Harris family the best, but I'm really over this beef. I hope it dries up really, really soon. I really, really do. I think they took it as far as they could take it. All right. Moving right along. Now, the Clear women done sued Meta and Facebook and all that and won, honey. Okay. Because if it was one of us, we know this wouldn't have went down. But amen to them for successfully suing the Clear men that own all these here free apps or whatever. She is claiming that it caused her mental instability. I just really feel like people, they put too much into likes and follows and shares. Like, validate your own goddamn self. That's just how I feel. Validate yourself. Well, they have won. Hold on. Who spoke on it? I think Lauren LaRosa. Trying to give the Breakfast Club some airplay, you know, because their views are down, you know, since they signed that 360 Netflix deal. Ciao. Let's get into it. Fair use, fair use, fair use. We're only giving our commentary and our opinions on what's the trending topics. But shout out to the Clear women for going to court in pajamas and winning.
We have a verdict in that landmark social media case out of Los Angeles this morning, and it could have big implications for tech companies and kids who use these apps. So a jury found that Meta and YouTube, they found that they were negligent, saying the companies designed their platforms in ways that harmed kids and teens and did not properly warn users about the danger. So the jury awarded $6 million total to the plaintiff, a 20-year-old woman who says she became addicted to social media as a child, and she later struggled with anxiety, depression, and body image issues. So the lawsuit argued that features like auto-scrolling, the endless video feeds, they were intentionally designed to keep young users on the apps longer, even if it hurt their mental health. And the jury decided that Meta is responsible for 70% of the damages, and YouTube is responsible for 30%. Both companies say they plan to appeal and argue that teen mental health is complicated and cannot be blamed on one app alone. So legal experts, though, they say Snapchat and TikTok, they most likely did the right thing by settling out of court.
This is a huge win for Snapchat as well as TikTok because this verdict doesn't bind them. They've already settled for an undisclosed amount. So what will happen in the future when it comes to regulations or possibly other lawsuits coming in the future is that they will be able to say, like, look, we weren't held liable. We weren't in the same position as Facebook and as Instagram and as YouTube. No jury has said that and said that in public, so it doesn't abide to them. But we're still going to see huge differences. It's just going to be a matter of time of when it takes place, when Congress will act, when the individual states will act, and what regulations they put in place.
Have y'all ever seen The Social Dilemma? Mm-hmm. You should watch The Social Dilemma. You should read Digital Minimalism by Cal.
Shut up, bootlicker. Don't nobody care, Chester. Anyway, shout out to them. Don't be surprised if we start seeing all these regulations where your Instagram starts to time out after you've been on it for a certain amount of time. They're going to do all this bullshit to make it seem like they made a change. Mm-hmm. Yes, come on in, come on in, come on in. Shout out to them. Next, I want to get into the brat. She is speaking on the whole Brandy and Shine situation. As you all know, Shine has been on the press run himself. He was on It Is What It Is podcast with Cameron and Mace, and the topic of him dating Brandy came up, and Ray J trolled the situation. Brandon came out and gave a statement and said it wasn't true. Then Shine clapped back and said, well, she's known for lying, or whatever. Well, Brat wanted to give her 2 cents. Y'all like the video, like the video, like the video. Let's hear what she got to say. Her perspective was interesting.
As a man, I'm not used to men doing this. And you is so pressed, and it's getting on my nerves. That's why I was like, I don't want to talk about this because Brandy don't deserve this. Whatever happened back in the day, who gives a damn? We don't. Shine, we don't. You ain't got no songs out. We don't know. We know you went to jail for Diddy because you didn't lie or tell the truth or whatever the case is. Okay, already. Let's just stop talking about it.
But if somebody's not claiming you, why are you so pressed to make
she did lie?
It's nobody's business. She said she did, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
Whatever.
I'm myself like, all right, because I know.
But then for you to be like, she lied on this and she said this.
You sound all honorable and all.
Yeah, it just looked crazy to me coming from a man. That's all I have to say. As a man, let Brandy live her life, and whatever she did, whatever she didn't do, it's old. It's old. What you doing today? How about that? Why she getting her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
And obviously, he ain't got nobody now, because if you got somebody now and you that pressed on making somebody think that you was with somebody then, that's gonna mess up your situation you got now.
So you obviously ain't got nobody now.
But wait a minute, bro. You said Brandy about to get what now?
Her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Let's not forget all the things I listed yesterday that she has done in her career in life. Let's not do that.
Brandy about to get what now?
Her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So maybe somebody's trying to capitalize off of the beautiful and wonderful things that she's doing to, give themselves some shine.
Yeah, the best thing you can do is just allow a person to just be nice.
It's true, God. Let Brandy live her life.
All right. So I like Bragg's perspective. It's just like, what are we doing? Why is this still resurfacing? It shows what they do to women in the industry. The men, the patriarchy, the misogyny loves to create this illusion that women are being slutted out. Okay, you see that with Brandy. You also see it with Remy Ma and her in the recent. They have been doing nothing but trying to slut shame Remy Ma this whole time, even though it was her husband who cheated on her, okay? They cheated on each other ultimately. It don't even matter who did it first or not. They're both married and they both committed adultery. But you don't see, I see all these videos coming out, oh, she's attached to this one and she's attached to that. Here's the thing. If that's the case, let Remy Ma tell us. This my man, my man, my man. But she understands the assignment. She knows she's still a married woman. So what she look like parading a man out here right now? It looks crazy, right? It looks crazy on Claressa's behalf too. My man, my man, my man. But he's married. But this is what the men in the industry do to females all the time. They've never valued females and what they bring to the table. Ever. The only thing women to them are the video hoes. They view them as chicks that can shake their ass in their videos or whatever. They view them as notches on their belts when they hit that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no regards for or respect for women as a whole. And it's just, you could also equally say when it comes to the men in hip hop. All of them are homosexuals at one point in time, right? They use that gay rumor like it's candy. You know what I'm saying? Soon as a rapper come out doing something the public don't like or whatever in the rap game, they're gay. They put all these stigmas, right? It's the same thing. This has been happening to women in the industry for a long time. That's why the MC Lights and the Queen Latifahs, they try to fight to change the narrative. To help hip-hop appreciate what women bring to the table. But it's a double standard. Always. The men can sleep around and hit how many women they want, and it's like a badge of honor. Let a woman do it. She's a slut. She's a hoe. It's a double standard all the time. It's misogyny at its finest. So, and that's what I think this is an example of for them. Yes, Brandy has been tied to a lot of men in the industry. But that's her story to tell. And that's why she wrote a book. Y'all want to check out the book? I don't know. Y'all like the video. Y'all in the bushes, like the video. Come on in. We getting into some stuff, baby. We getting into some stuff, okay? It's finally a slow day at work for me, so I had to get on here and kick it with my Knotty crew, child. I had to come on here and kick it with my Knotty crew. Let's get into Drewski dressing up as Erica Kirk. Hilarious. I don't care what nobody say he a comedian. Stop being so goddamn sensitive. Hey, DMV, what's going on? I think I send you over at Tea Talk with your girl. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Appreciate you always supporting my Knotty crew. Let's get into Drewski. He's hilarious. He dressed up as Erica Coher, girl. Come on, Drewski.
He is diabolical.
Get on your feet, boy. What ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America.
He put out a new skit mocking Erica Kirk, and he was spot on. Now, I know the yogurt yellers are going to be pissed about this one. Can't even hold you guys. I really don't think that Drewski is that funny, but when I seen this skit of Erica Kirk, it's definitely tickled. First, I thought he was mocking Kelly Clarkson. Definitely got the look down. I know Candace Owens is going to have a field day with this. He definitely better tighten up with security because the girls are going to be coming after him after this. Can't even hold you. This definitely might be one of Drewski's top 2 skits, if not number 1. I don't know what y'all think. Really has me wondering how much time and how much money these productions, because they really be like mini movies. Honestly curious if Erica Kirk is gonna comment on this. Now, Drewski did not say that he was impersonating her, that he was mocking her, but we can put 1 + 1 together and it's clearly equaling 2. In the IDGAF comedy, really need more of these types of vibes, especially with all that's going on in the world today. So Drewski, bring on the skits. I'm curious to know what y'all think regarding this, and if y'all feel like Erica Kirk is gonna respond to Drewski doing the skit of her. Drop them thoughts down below, y'all. I'm absolutely here for it. Peace.
I'm definitely here for him making fun of her slut ass too, okay?
Get on your feet, boy.
Drewski is hilarious, y'all. Drewski is hilarious. And I loved when he did that church skit with the red bottoms.
How about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all his children. I mean, like the holy blessed.
I love it. I love it, Drewski. And you hit it. The nail on the head. Hold on. Let me tell my husband. Husband, I'm on live. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I think it was hilarious, especially because that bitch was caught red-handed setting arrangements for a young girl to go see the epilator. Girl, bitch. May you choke on your own spit and die. Sorry. I said that out loud. I'm sorry. I'm so tired of these demonic spirits. Like, they be getting away with so much with their privilege, child. Don't nobody got time. And they be like, they hands be in the most nefarious situations. Like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. But I love this kid. Drewski, you got my stamp of approval. Drag all them hoes. Drag all them hoes, child. Oh, let's get into Cardi Day. It was Cardi Day up in New York, and she she was in New York for her tour. I got my little tracker on my tickets. You know what I'm saying? Because I might go, and I'm going to go by myself. I'm going to have the hubby drop me off. So I'm going to have to pay for that high-ass parking. And I'm going to put my pocket buddy, because I got a plastic flask. I'm going to put my pocket buddy in my little schoolgirl skirt. And yeah, it's just like up in the air if I'm going to go. It's up in the air if I'm going to go. I'm going to see what the prices are or whatever. But if I don't make it, that's okay. She going to be, well, it'll probably be another 10 years before we get another album and a tour, right? I'll just be shit out of luck, I guess. I guess I'll be shit out of luck. I don't know. But I'm going to see Fetty Wap. Yes. I say what's up? Hello. I like Fetty. And he been everywhere. He been on the New Jersey Housewives. He been everywhere. And by the way, New Jersey Housewives is coming back. Oh, it's hot, y'all. It's going to be a warm one today. It's going to be like 72 degrees. And I'm going skating. I think I'm going to put on some shorts because it be hot in there. But I'm trying to get my little vacation vibe together. Let me turn on this fan. 1 second, y'all. Woo! Y'all like the video, like the video. So yeah, it was Cardi B Day in New York, child. She had a whole pre-party for the people. And see, that's why people flock to Cardi, because she's very personable. I mean, she know her stats. She know she's a celebrity. Or whatever. But she's been winning. She been doing a press run for her hair care line, and it's been selling out. She got the cover of Allure magazine. Not surprised. So yeah, I'm definitely down to go party up with Cardi, okay? All right. Better Than You. I like her album. I do. I think it was a good piece of work, and I would love to see her perform it live. So here's Cardi at the she went back to the Bronx, where she's from.
Back home in the Bronx, launching her brand new hair care line, Grow Good Beauty. Look at her greeting fans and having fun. Then she gets on the branded bus and starts dancing. One fan was dressed up as Cardi, and she was brought up to dance too. This pop-up kickstarts a national Grow Good Beauty supply bus tour. The line has shampoo, conditioner, a serum, and a mask, all inspired by her Dominican roots.
Knowing her hair texture, she's supporting us together as Latina women and how to care for ourselves.
While the pre-sale is now sold out, Cardi says the official products launch on April 15th.
I'm interested to see where they are going to dispense it, like from what stores and stuff like that. That's one. I thought it was marketing genius for her to launch this in the middle of her tour when she goes back home. I just thought that was dope. And I think, who was it? I forget what late night talk show host she went on. He also marketed her hair care line on his show. So shout out to Cardi. One thing you can say about Cardi, she's definitely getting them brand ambassadorships. She definitely has multiple streams of income. It's so much I can say about Maga Minaj. Like, where's her brand ambassadorships? Like, she's over there windmilling with MAGA. Like, people are losing favor. Child, I can't with MAGA Minajes. I can't. I wish they all go like kick rocks with sandals on or whatever. But shout out to Cardi. Her show was dope last night. She brought out the Queen Bee. Here's some more footage from her Bronx visit. She looks fabulous. She looks fabulous, and it looks like she's wearing her natural hair. And she said you also could use the product on what you call it on your wigs too, child. A lot of people need help with their wigs. A lot of people need, like Ressa, Coleslaw, Crash Out. Yeah, she definitely needs help with them wigs, child. Help with them wigs, okay? So fans, they show prepping for the big day, Cardi Day, okay? And here's one of the content creators I love. He shared his fit. Y'all let me know what
y'all already know what day it is. It's Cardi B Day. So let's get into a quick fit check, and then we're going to talk about the most important rule of tonight, New York City. All right, so at the top, we got Calm Shirt by me, Bodega Daddy. Looking for a Bodega Daddy. Okay, you see the vision? Then at the bottom, we got the Fashion Nova pants. Something calm, you know what I'm saying? A nice calm fit. A calm fit for Cardi B Day. Okay, and now the most important rule. When she says, name 5 Bia songs, gun pointed to your head. If any one of y'all make a sound when y'all know we supposed to pause because we don't know no Bia songs, I'm on your head top. I'm coming to find you because I don't like losing, especially not in big New York City. Now, I'm about to head out because I'm going to see y'all there tonight. But just make sure you know your Cardi, baby. Your Cardi.
And so he shared the mute challenge with us, and he said y'all failed. Hilarious. Let me see. They had DJ Sprinkle. That was the mute challenge. Okay, so let's see.
NYC, is you cool? It's no way you cool, because what is this? What is this? We literally talked about this before the concert. So what made y'all turn around and do that? And I need names. I need names of all the people that didn't understand the assignment. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not jacking you in New York City. But the concert was everything it was supposed to be. Sold out for a reason. Cardi B did her thing on that stage. Do you hear me? Okay, we had a time last night. It wasn't even just a concert. It was a whole party. And when she came out, she did her big one. And don't worry, I got more content for y'all later. Pictures from the meet and greet and all that. Oh. I just need to finish recovering because when I tell you we partied a little too hard last night, we was outside.
Outside. Cardi give you that energy, right? How many of y'all going to the Cardi B concert? If you have, let me know in the chat. Love that for her. Cardi is winning. At the end of the day, she bounced back after having 2 kids back to back within a year. And she's back and better than ever, doing her thing. So shout out to her. Also, she brought the Queen Bee out. She brought the Queen Bee. It's real hip hop. Love it long time. as a cop. To get to the top, I put 100% in every line I drop. It's the Q to the M-O-B-B. What? I wish I lived the life I live. Yo, Prodigy. That was the hardest. That was the hardest, baby. That was the hardest. Y'all let me know who going to the Cardi B concert. Bree, you going to Cardi B? I don't know. Oh, wait. She would have to do I'm sorry, boo. She would have to do international. But shout out to Cardi, okay? She always paid homage to the people that paved the way before her. That's why they all love her. Remy Ma, all of them, okay? But she sold out Madison Square Garden, baby. Caressa, this is what you call sold out, baby, okay? All right, and she also brought out the kids' culture. It's so cute. Dope. Cardi is working hard, okay? And guess what? Yes, she fell on her ass and she got up and kept going. That's all the greats fall. Beyonce, y'all remember her fall? With that plastic jacket? Yeah. All the greats fall. It's how you get back up, baby. Okay? She performed Be Careful With Me. You better know what you're doing. Be careful with me. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Shout out the Body Gang, okay? Shout out the Body Gang. So it's up in the air. Knotty Crew. If I get the ticket, I'll bring y'all with me. I'll get footage and bring it back to y'all. And we'll enjoy it together. But it definitely sounds like a great, great time. She also had the baddies there, which I don't know why, but Natalie Nunn, trash ass, she was there. Ciao. That's Rolly. So that's excuse me, that was Dom and the Body from the Baddies, and the Baddies was also there with their schoolgirl outfits. I'm guessing, with Lemon Stepper Pepper jumping into the music realm. If you ask me, he gonna be giving out a bunch of 360 contracts and robbing them girls. But anyway, you like it, I love it, Baddies, okay? If you ask me, people are starting to cancel them subscriptions because times is hard, money is tight for everybody, and those little frivolous things that you don't need, people are getting rid of them. Like, why should I pay you a subscription for trash TV? Ciao. So shout out to 50, because as promised, when he signed on to do the Diddy documentary, he said the proceeds will go to victims of domestic violence. And this drudged up some of his old shit. But shout out to him because he donated. Let me see. I think I want the one from him. And I commented and I added Papoose. I said, hey, Papoose, is this fake media too? Or you mad because you can't keep up with the algorithm? Yeah. Yeah, I was shading. I was definitely shading because that bull Swanky he posted in his story the other day talking about, celebrities, they put this type of stuff. These type of stories out when their image is not looking good. The only images that aren't looking good are you and your coleslaw. Y'all look desperate and tired. Y'all look like y'all reaching. Here it is.
50 Cent Jackson came to Shreveport today and donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to 9 nonprofit organizations. Most of the organizations help deal with families who are facing domestic violence cases. 50 Cent says he got the inspiration to make these huge donations after his most recent documentary. He also said his motto, all roads lead to Shreveport, does not only mean and economic development, but to also help support the well-being of the city as well. You can see 50 Cent's speech he gave during the donation presentation on our KSLA News 12 app or KSLA. Noon, rapper and businessman.
So ultimately, famous rapper 50 Cent Curtis James Jackson III donates $400,000 to nine nonprofits. So that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. He did, and so 50 in his caption said, "Man, I gave them $500K. They said 4." He's like, "Don't short my donation, okay? Don't short my donation." Let's see. The comments went crazy. People are saying fire, fire, fire. This person say, haters say 50 never do anything for people. What they going to say now? Where the haters at? 50 donated to Africa charities and Queens in so many places. He does do a lot of good things. I said dope. There's my comment. Fire. Crazy thing is he been doing this his career, but people focus on the other ish. Facts. This person said, the real American gangster and gentleman, salute. God bless this man. He's had a great week. Louisiana appreciates this businessman. So proud to be born and raised in Louisiana. Shout out to NOLA. Shout out to all my girls from NOLA, Couture Bay, and Voodoo Doll. This person say, this hilarious, just me, says, meanwhile, Papoose girlfriend on the Breakfast Club saying at 50 Cent lying on her cat. And he out here making moves as always. 50 is not thinking about Claressa Crash Out Sheilds. Oh, I'm telling you, she in her feels because in her head, she feel like she a high value woman and she fly and everybody want her. Not 50, you not his type, baby. Money Code says, meanwhile, T.I. want to do rap battles. This person said, I've never seen any of these so-called moguls and hip-hop legends give as much as 50 has in his own community. They give, like Diddy used to give, but it was only to keep his image pristine. You know what I mean? It was only to cover up the dark side of him. That's why he gave. He didn't give for his heart. He gave for his image. 50 Cent doesn't sleep. Look, I like this. Dr. Soul, shout out to you. Some men make diss songs so they can pay their bills. Some men drop thousands on the community so they can all come up with him. Shout out to him. Yes, that's what it's about. This person said, at 50 Cent, I have to call you an entrepreneur from now on, not a rapper, because you're definitely way bigger guy than that. Period. 50 Cent is feeding the community. So, yeah, shout out to 50. You know, in the meantime, Claressa Crash Out Coleslaw is over there slandering his name, begging for a lawsuit. Who really got a case? Claressa or 50? Actually, I think she going after 50 because he's the big kahuna. But 50 is not beat for her. And you keep poking a bear, he going to bankrupt that ass. And you want Pawn Pools is going to be outside the supermarket begging for change, baby. Okay? Like, it's as simple as that. Like, you're defaming 50 more than he ever did you. He just posed the question. If there's, look, hit dogs will holler. And Claressa, your ass is barking from up the street. Yeah. You're barking loud. What Remy say? You're loud. Dumbass, bro. She's so dumb. Are you dumb? Hey. She is so dumb. She is so dumb. So, speaking of Ressa, you know, as you know, a lot of people, she's getting a lot of backlash from this press run she just did, which I don't even understand why. Like, if she ain't go, like, right after the fight, you would think Because Franchon Cruz, as soon as the fight was over, she's the loser. Hey, Derek. She lost the fight. She was on way up the next day. It took Claressa, when was the fight? Last month? And she just coming out? Yeah, I don't understand this press run. I guess it was to promote her music, but put in one in the chat if y'all downloading Rest of Coleslaw Crash Out music. But what people have a problem with is we know it's all lies. We know it's all lies, okay?
Let's talk Claressa Sheilds.
Shout out to the Morning Hustle show. They gave their little rendition, recap, reaction to her Breakfast Club interview. When she said that Pap paid all my bills. Girl, Pap can't even afford herself. We know it's lies. We know it's lies. I believe the wife. Claressa, I will always believe the wife over the side chick. Yeah. Y'all like the video. Like the video. Here we go.
Let's talk Claressa Sheilds. Who's right in this situation? She's saying her man, and that's Papoose. Now, a couple of people online, aka everybody, felt like Papoose has been using her, and she's clearing that up.
Pat pays my mortgage. He pays my car insurance and my car note. And what else do we do? I haven't paid for a flight or for a hotel in I don't know how long. That's a man right there.
Yeah, that's what happens when he got access to your accounts and your money.
Hey, yo.
And hey, I'm sorry. I am sitting here in the same world that y'all are. What the hell is Papoose doing?
From what I heard, is that he's helping her with her deals and making sure.
Helping her? Yeah, that's mighty money, bro.
What I'm saying is like, okay, he's helping her make more money. That's what I heard.
You gotta know. Don't you
Come
stop.
on now. That's what I heard. You read that?
Because all I want to say is, about this story is,
You know what's up when you see them two things touch. I read that somewhere. Like the $8 million she got for that fight, I heard he was a part of helping that deal.
Shut your ass up. I just had my friend make some money off of me because I told her, handle this deal. She ain't did nothing.
And she get you more money?
Nothing. No, she ain't no. Come
He
on.
probably got plenty of checks from Ghostwriter.
She is the champion right now. What are you talking about? She's getting all the money. Name another female boxer.
What I'm saying is, she never made $8 million on the fight since she got with Pat.
This is the biggest she's been. No, she.
Clock it.
No.
She never made that kind of money.
She has a movie in theaters made over her. This woman.
Well, I'm talking about fighting, though.
Papoose was not nothing compared to what this one. And not
Papoose is the reason she's successful.
Not trying to knock down Papoose because Papoose is from Brooklyn, and I'm always going to stand by Brooklyn.
Boy, these men.
But I'll tell you that no, they not. Y'all some birds. Let's move on.
Keep going, give me one more man. This got to be.
No.
First of all, I believe Papoose facilitated. I believe Papoose is getting a percentage in that facilitation. But she doesn't have $8 million. I wish people would stop saying that. Shout out to Punch. What's his name? Punch. He did a video breaking down her $8 million deal. Punch Drunk Boxing. I love him. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. Okay, so he got on her about the whole Laila Ali stuff. And he also broke down her $8 million because it doesn't make sense. She does not have $8 million. So let's get into this content. Fair use commentary. Go over to Punch Drunk Boxing. He's hilarious. Subscribe to him. Love his commentary. And he be holding his hoe accountable. Here we go.
Holy shoot. Head on over to BetMGM today to try your luck.
I've
been looking for a solution to my dog's bad breath her whole life. I used to think the only way to clean a dog's teeth was...
And look, the actual numbers, when we're talking about gate revenue, when we're talking about fight purses, when we're talking about licensing fee, you're going to have to get it from the commission. So me, Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Who shot himself, had to go through, my little avenues and stuff like that and figure out How much did these girls get paid? You know what I'm saying? And I know some of y'all gonna be like, hey, yo, why you pocket watching? Well, goddamn, hey, Claressa, she was the one that's saying $8 million, $8 million. I made $8 million. So damn it, you want me to watch your pocket? So damn it, I'm gonna watch your pocket.
Watch him.
Since Claressa Shields did fight in Michigan, I went through the Michigan State Athletic Commission to get some real numbers. Now, some they give, and some they keep it on the little hush hush. But the licensing fee was $1,650,000. Tells me that Claressa Shields only made from $1 million, 1.1, the most 1.2 or 900,000, right? Franchon Crew de Jour probably made like 100 to 200,000, right? And then of course you gotta pay the rest of the fighters in the card, which they're not high profile fighters. So there's gonna be a couple of fighters that's probably made like $75,000, $50,000, $20,000, $6,000, you know, to add it all up. Plus the entertainers that was there as well. So Claressa Shields, I'm thinking about like, yo.
So they had to pay Kelly Price. It was only D-list celebrities there. Then remember they called in Zeus to be a sponsor at the last minute. Everybody got their cut. Zeus, Win Records, and Salida Promotions, right? All right, let's get into it.
How is it gonna add up to $8 million, you know what I'm saying, throughout that contract, right? And again, the gate revenue, right? The gate revenue. You could get money off sponsors and endorsement, but this $1,650,000 that is billed to the Zone. So the Zone got all the rights to that fight. The Zone is giving that to the promoter. The promoter's job is to pay the fighter, which Claressa Shields is going to get the lion's share of that event. And no wonder she had to fight her friend Franchon Crew de Jour. Hey, yo, home girl, I got this money and stuff like that, but I got to make more money than, you know, everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I could give you a little something. That's why that contract, I don't think would work with a Shadeja Green or even a Michaela Mayer right now, in which that could be a potential fight. How's it going to add up to $8 million? Because we all know that Win Records got to get the percentage and Salida Promotion got to get the percentage co-promotional deal. You already know how much they pay Boozy, right? Boozy, whatever his name is, the rapper. Boozy, I believe so. How much they paid him. Again, it's only, the licensing fee is only $1,650,000. Claressa Shields did not make not even close to $2 million, did not make $1.5 million. This card was not a pay-per-view, so there's no back end. So yeah, this historically biggest contract in women boxing history, in my opinion, common sense, no, it's not. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano both made $9 million each in their last fight of the trilogy. Before that, they made $6 to $8 million purse guaranteed, right? And then in their first fight, that's when they made their first $1 million. $1 million. Katie Taylor probably made $1.2 million. So let me tell you something. What was going on right now in terms of you know, when you search for something, the AI era, right? I'm gonna give you an example. If Punch Run Boxing says my network is $5 million, I just locked in a $5 million deal with ESPN. Let's just say, right? And I'm going to do an interview with CBS. I'm going to do an interview with a bunch of high-profile, high-traffic, high publications, right? At the same time, I'm going to go with my...
She don't do interviews. She do interviews on the Chitlin circuit. Breakfast Club, Way Up with Angela Yee. She never went over to Hot 97. It's weird. Like, it's like she do the Chitlin circuit, or she go to where it's easier at, because she don't want to answer real questions. Shout out to the club Shay for holding her accountable for her lies, child. Because the Breakfast Clubs, they wasn't nothing but bootleggers. Charlamagne got on my effing nerves, okay?
Run, right? And journalists gonna write about it. People gonna make videos about it. You know what I'm saying? Again, credible, high traffic publications is gonna be talking about it. So once you search, hey yo, Punch Run Boxing Network is $5 million, it's gonna show $5 million. in all actuality, people are going with because remember what AI is. AI is just information, just gather information from everywhere else, and then it comes up with the answers like that. Data comes up with the answers like that. So in all actuality, realistically, Claressa Sheilds is not making no money near an Amanda Serrano nor a Katie Taylor, and it's gonna be a while for her to accumulate to the $8 million. And I'm talking about guaranteed purse. Guaranteed purse. If Claressa Sheilds still guaranteed purse through the commission. I ain't talking about when the promoters say, "Oh, yo, we liked it at $8 million." No. Oh, we sold $18,000 tickets. No. Ladies and gentlemen, tell you like this. If Claressa Sheilds truly want those numbers to be factual, tell her to come out with the commission sheet of the gate revenue. How many seats, how many tickets, how many comp tickets, and it'll give you a good indication the actual number, how much everybody else made. But right there with the licensing fee of $1 million to $650,000, Claressa Sheilds made from $900,000 to 1.2, the most. 1.2, probably the most. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know how it is. She got to pay her trainer 10%. Her manager, 20%. Promoter.
Do not take oregano oil until you know about the 72-hour rule.
She did get her $3 million bonus. I believe that she got a $3 million bonus, but guess what? How is Win Records and Celine going to make their money? Through gate revenue and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to make their money as well. And I think that's where they're going to get their most money from is the gate revenue, the sponsor and endorsements and stuff like that. Now, Claressa Sheilds, I don't know. She probably got some sponsors. I don't know about the sponsors, no endorsement. But when we're talking about boxing,
the only sponsor she had was OnlyFans, Win Records, and Zeus Network. A lot of people in her pockets.
When we're talking about boxing, ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking about fight purse, Claressa Sheilds is going to take 4 years or 3.5 years, depending on the opponent, that she's going to make $8 million off that contract that she signed. Off gate, or I'm talking about off fight purses. Fight purses. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor made that in one fight, one night.
Period.
What are the opponents? What's the opponent for Claressa Sheilds?
Let Claressa tell it. When she talks about Laila Ali, and I'm going to get into his commentary on Laila Ali, what he said or whatever, because she was saying she put up $15 million for Laila Ali to come fight. But Claressa's not even worth $15 million to put up. Do you understand? In her value or whatever. I'm not trying to downplay her worth or whatever, but she's not worth that monetary-wise. She hasn't been fighting long enough. She hasn't fought enough people or whatever. But like he said, those other ladies, they were making $9 million per fight up front. F her $3 million, that's chump change. That's chump change. And then you consider she got to pay taxes on that money. Okay? And this explains why she couldn't buy the $31,000 purse. Because she wasted $30,000 in the Louis Vuitton store. Child, blah. But I like how he broke that down. But it's no way she's getting $8 million. It's no way. Hold on, let me shoot. Shout out to Punch Drunk Boxing. I like him too. I like his energy. He usually posts in the morning.
It's my fault. It's my fault. It's unfortunate.
Here we go.
Fortunate that I had to see the interview that Claressa Sheilds had with the Breakfast Club. And after that, Claressa Sheilds should have got a cup of warm water, salt, and gargle the bacteria of lies out that damn throat. Oh yeah, somebody should have splashed her with a bucket of holy water, yo.
I sell the most tickets.
You's a liar!
I'm the most loved.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
When it comes to female boxing, I am the most loved and most respected.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Hey yo, I'm really I'm upset at the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club crew, you know, DJ Envy, Charlamagne, the two chicks, because yo, y'all couldn't stop her and fact check her for real. Come on, man, like that she sold the she's the best ticket seller and stuff like that. No, you not. Hey, yo, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano is, huh? They got they have sold the most tickets. They have the most the larger gate revenue. What are you talking about? And she said that she's the most loved. The most loved? Your own family doesn't like you, bruh. Your whole family hates you. Hey, your cousin was
Punch be going in, yo. Especially when she posted, oh, Pap, I wish I could give you a baby for your birthday. He went in. Go check out his channel because I be on the floor. But I love his energy. I love his energy. I do. He be just keeping it real.
Doing a bunch of interviews and stuff like that, or going live, whatever, talking ish about you and stuff like that. Your whole family don't like you. Come on now. Not even Papoose like this woman. I mean, he can't. I don't see it. I just don't see it. He either pimping up, you know what I'm saying, with that win record deal, or he's retarded too. Gotta be. No wonder he still haven't had a divorce. Man, I get it. I understand. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Shit, got his right foot in, got his right foot out. You got his right foot in, got his right foot out, and you shake all about. Do the hokey pokey, and you turn yourself around and run, motherfucker, run! Run right now, man. Run! Yo, this woman, man. And then she was calling Laila Ali a witch again. Hey, let me say it like this, man. Laila Ali is boxing royalty. See, it's the reason why people doesn't respect you. You don't respect the pioneers. You don't respect the people that paved the way. And you know what? I'm. Why she always saying that everybody else lies? Like everybody else is lying, and she's the only one to tell the truth. She's the only one that's real. She's the only one that tell the truth. Get the hell out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you be dissing the pioneers, then that tells you how you are as your morals and principle. You know what I'm saying? You have problems with Laila Ali. You got problems with Christy Martin. You got problems with Amanda Serrano. You got problems with Alicia Baumgartner. You got problems with even your friend Franchon Cruz. Oh, now she's the fake one. Nah, you, man, nah. Nah, the common denominator is that you the fake one. No, the common denominator is that you're the liar. No, the common denominator is that you're the hater. You're the hater. You're the only one that want to sue everybody and yet haven't sued nobody. Because you're emotional and hanged. I'm gonna send you a cease and desist letter. Shut the head up. Shut up. Yo, I wish. And you know what? I thought that.
Absolutely, Cece. She is the problem. And everybody that's in their right head can see that except her. She has created this bubble for herself. I don't know if she's doing it like to protect herself, but she's definitely leading with her emotions, not thinking with her head. And that's why she convinced herself that like it's okay to be screwing a married man. In her mind, he filed for divorce. There's no follow-up. Like, so I know she not asking him, like, yo, what's going on with the divorce and this and that. She don't care. She already in her mind, in her delusion, has made it in her mind that he chose her. He chose her. And let's not forget, she don't mind being a side chick. She down with poly relationships. But Maserati Bud revealed that. She said, why would I deal with you? I might as well go over here to Pap because he only has one wife, which she was okay with settling as being a side chick. She's comfortable in it. And it's like, you like it, I love it, but take it out of my face. I don't want it all thrown in my face. Like, go in your corner. Shh, shut the f up.
At the Breakfast Club, like Charlamagne the God and I forgot the other young lady. I thought it was like real, like unfiltered. Like now they became too commercial now. He'd rather check Laila Ali than check that woman that's lying. Come on, man, she's still delusional.
He talking about when Charlamagne was like, yeah, I ain't like how she handled you, the words. Like, nigga, we ain't like how you handled that little girl in North Carolina, but you don't want us bringing up that, Chester. Y'all like the video, like the video, like the video. Like, Charlamagne, your selective outrage Go suck your mother, yo, on some real. Nobody respects you. You or the scammer. Hell, I think Lauren LaRosa and Just Hilarious need to branch away from you idiots and go do their own thing. Just done had to give up her whole brand that she created, yo, because you led them off a cliff with that Netflix deal. Charlamagne, the sooner you admit you effed up, the better off you'll be. Even Martin Luther King had to admit that he led his people down the wrong path, okay? Because he found out the clears were using him to push an agenda to keep the Negroes in check, okay? Go to Voodoo Educational Fridays. If you know, you know.
She still think that this man is getting a divorce. It's been 2 years, bitch. He ain't got no divorce. Wake the fuck up.
Claressa ain't the gloat. I heard this on Hip Hop and Chill. She the gloat. Greatest lighter of all time.
Wake up. Damn it. Charlamagne, yo, you gonna interview this lady like five times a month? Hey, yo, at least one of y'all, tell her the truth. One of y'all, come on, be real. DJ Envy, some of y'all, tell her the truth. This month, yo, Pebbles ain't getting a divorce. Yo, Pebbles, you getting a divorce? Or you get a divorce? Tell her the truth. Tell her the truth. Yo, she's just disrespectful. She's disrespectful. And in one part she was right. Oh, that she's trending and she's the algorithm and stuff or whatever, but you getting the attention that it's not that you looking good. You know what I'm saying? I know what people say, like good publicity, bad publicity is really good. No, it's not.
Shout out. This is Punch Drunk Boxing. I love his commentary. He's one of these men that he really follows boxing. And so that's why he's talking about Claressa Shields, because this is part of boxing. He talks about women boxing, men's boxing, or whatever. But he keeps it real about her. He hold her accountable. Like, the internet is laughing at you, girl. You see him on YouTube sometimes, right?
Nah. You're known for in hip hop. You're known more for being Papoose side piece, a mistress. People don't even know who you fighting. You was talking about a fighter. You was talking about a fighter. They didn't even understand who's that chick from the UK. Nobody cares. They're not, put it this way. They're only interviewing you because of the content, because of the algorithm. So you're right. They're not interviewing you because you got something good to say. They're just interviewing you because people just like to, look, seeing you crash out is entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I think at this point, she needs to get checked publicly. That's what needs to happen. Checked publicly in one of these interviews. I think these dudes are afraid of her. No wonder she feels like she could beat up dudes. Because all these dudes that be interviewing her, you afraid. Hey, shout out to Shannon Sharp. He's the only one that didn't bow to the Wicked Witch of the West. Because you ain't no queen. But anyway, let me know what y'all think, man. This girl is going crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
she going crazy. She losing her rabbit ass mind. Y'all thumbs up the video. He just answered your question, and I just love him because he's coming from a male's perspective, and he also hold Papoose accountable. Like, bro, you look like a whole clown out here, and he do. Say what you want. Remy still uplifted him. She always made sure he was by her side. You know what I'm saying? Always giving him credit. And I want to do a show because a lot of Remy's old content has been coming up in my algorithm. And just debunking the lies. Like him saying that he wrote 90% of her raps. Nah, that's not the case. And video, she did a battle with Lady Luck from Jersey. Shout out to Lady Luck, okay? She hosted 24 Hours of Peace out here or whatever. But young years or whatever. So Saturday, I want to have a panel and go through Remy's old stuff. Like, absolutely not. Like, they had rolled up to a Hot 97, and Remy had wrote a rhyme in the car on her phone. Like, boy, bye. All right, so with that being said, Laila Ali called into Hood Champion Boxing to respond. I'm not going to go through the whole interview because I want him to get y'all go over there to get the click
if you've
in
been
view.
saying I'll do with your debt leader, that time is now.
But he's another boxing content creator. Everything we discuss here falls under fair use commentary. And don't say I don't be putting you on. And Hood Champion, I'm just using a brief snippet. Please do not strike my channel. That's corny. Like,
oh my God, yeah.
Anyway, let me speak on what I really called to say about Miss Sheilds. Because I'm going to show her level of respect. You know, I caught the clips. I didn't watch the interview. I'm not going to subscribe to the channel that first club is on. Because I can't afford it for one. But I thought it was so disrespectful this morning.
let me back it up.
I don't really think of things that way. You know, I grew up with one of the most famous men in the world as my father. So I don't think of myself in that way, you know. But it never ceased to amaze me how many people love my father.
Hold on a second. I'll back it up a little bit.
It was so much easier than now. There was no competition. I don't know if I don't agree with that. I just want to get your opinion when people are trying to compare this era of women's boxing to when you were fighting. I mean, do you think that one era is easier or one era is more difficult, or it's about the same?
I wouldn't say that one era is easier or more difficult. I think that the sport in entirety has evolved, right? And those that come behind us, you know, learn from watching us and build on that. And that's how it's supposed to be with anything. But it's all relative, right? So there were so many talented women back in the day. And I could say this whenever I did an interview like I'm doing now, or whether it be on a magazine, you know, Jet Magazine, Essence Magazine, any of Today's Show, Good Morning America, I would always say there are so many women that are boxing that just aren't getting recognition. I have a last name. I would always point that out. And there was girls like Alicia Ashley and Kim Messer and Bridget Baby Doll Riley, and you know, there was a girl in my weight class, Trina Ortegon. I never got to fight. She retired, but she was a beast, you know, and her skill level, you know, probably wasn't that high, but she was about it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think that if people were Belinda Laura Quinte, Kathy Rivers, you know, these are girls that Chrissy Martin even fought. But I would say that my weight class, and I could say this while I was fighting, had the least amount of talent. And I can say that because I'm confident in myself. It didn't take away from what I could do, but that was what I faced, you know, because you get tired of fighting girls that you know are going to be easy competition. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's one of the reasons I left the sport.
Right. Now, you were at 168, right?
I fought at 168.
But see how eloquently she carries herself and how she talks about the sport of boxing and things like that. She doesn't try to discredit anyone, but she also tries to credit other female boxers. This is the characteristic I feel like Claressa Coleslaw Crash Out lacks. Like, because she only wants it to be her. She wants the face of boxing to be her without paying homage to the people that paved the way. Just like Cardi brought out Lil' Kim. She paid homage to the women that paved the way prior to her. Because without them, there'll be no her. Okay? But Claressa, she doesn't understand the how paying homage to the ones that came before her will elevate her personality to a whole nother level. So like her narcissism is screaming right now. And I believe that's because she's in a very insecure relationship. So she tries to overcompensate by constantly pointing out her ass and talking about her cootie cat mileage, even though we know that ain't true or whatever. She tries to overcompensate with those things and she thinks it's a flex. But in all actuality, we all think you're a liar. That's the only thing your content has proven to us as the public eye looking at you, is that you a fucking liar and a snake. And you like, oh, you down with OPP, other people's peen, ussy, whatever. We all know she go both ways, child. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit because some of the questions were.
You see, I'm not overweight. It's just that, I feel out. It's when you look at somebody like Alicia Baumgartner, right, where you can see her body fat percentage is low. That's how I was.
Right.
She's shorter, more compact. It's a different build, but that's pretty much how my body was, right? So there really wasn't much smaller that I can go. When I fought Christy Martin, I came down, I think, to 160, and that was like I had no power. I had no power in that fight. So that just wasn't a smart place for me to be. But yeah, 168. Then I had a hard time even getting to 175. One time I fought in South Africa, I had to get on the scale naked. They put something around me. Yeah. But I'm saying just to make weight.
Wow.
So, and all of my fights were title fights once I became a world champion. So you get stripped of your title if you don't make weight. Right.
If you had one more fight in your prime, who would you have liked for it to have been against before you retired?
You already know, Ann Wolf. If that was a fight that should have happened that never happened, that the fans should have seen, that would have taken women's boxing, that's what it needed. And that's another thing that I said then. It's like people don't want to just see me continually fighting people they don't know. What styles make fights, the opponent's names make fights. When you have someone in there that people are afraid, for you to fight or think, oh, is she going to get knocked out or what's going to happen in this fight, right? So many people would assume back then, oh, she's going to knock Laila out simply because of the way I look. They never saw me get hurt. They never saw me almost get knocked out. I never gave any indication I was a punk, that I couldn't take a shot. Actually, you've seen me take some shots. If you watch my fight, I actually had a chin on me like my father. But, that's what will make it so much fun to see, and I knew it was going to happen. But, that unfortunately never happened.
Yeah, we have a couple of people who float in the chat, and I think I know who those personalities are, but they always say...
I'm going to fast forward it.
Why waste time going to the clinic when you can check your blood pressure anytime, anywhere? This smart wrist blood pressure monitor makes...
When you say you dropped the guy in the gym, was that, because...
And Laila,
a lot of us have spent time in the
she
gym.
got a pass. She said she was stealing her mama cars at 11, child. Laila was a rebel. Let me see. I'm trying to...
Always had girls, that think you're going to be soft because you look a certain way. And I was one that never backed down from a fight. So I would get into it, and it got me in a lot of trouble. I actually ended up in juvenile hall at one point. But, I've always been a fighter. I'm still a fighter now. You know what I'm saying? My husband...
I just love how she just own her flaws. She just own it. Well, look, I ain't perfect, okay? I was out here fighting the best of them, ended up in juvenile hall. That is a part of growth. Like, you should never be ashamed of your journey, because in every mistake that you make, there is a lesson that comes out of it, and hopefully you could grow from that. That's the whole point of maturing and making mistakes. Like, nobody is perfect out here. Nobody. And this is, I feel like, the humility that Claressa is missing right now. She's drunk with ego. She's drunk with fame. But she wants to appear like she forgot where she came from, basically. That's why you constantly see her poverty shaming people and things like that. She was the bullied. She used to be bullied, and now she turns into a bully on social media.
Think so crazy. So I would never, fight him, but I'm saying he knows the fire is still there. It never goes away, but you just get wiser. You get wiser.
Period.
Right. You're working with Roger Mayweather, Buddy McGirt. So you started boxing at 18, but I talked about it on here. You had Adidas. You had a number of things going on for you while you were actively boxing. So what do you think it was that attracted him to you?
I think that
I like that he asked about this. He asked about like brands sponsoring you. Like, what quality of person do you think you need to be in order to attract those different brands? And she did answer that. Hold on.
the international name is what was the main difference of why a brand would want to get behind a boxer, because you know, in our world that we're into, meaning you and me and anyone listening that's a boxing fan, you know, it's all good, but in the big scheme of things, a lot of people don't watch boxing, men's or women's boxing, to the extent where brands want you to wear their clothing, you know, and then we fight one time, whereas like with tennis or basketball, you know, people are turning on the TV, seeing you more. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's really what it would have to do with. But I think that there definitely can be that person there. I mean, you definitely have to have the name recognition. Doesn't have to be Ali, just the name recognition. You got to obviously be at the top of your game. You have to be someone that they feel is going to be a good role model, is going to make, you know, represent their brand well.
You heard that? Someone who's going to be a good role model. And this is why the brands aren't coming after Claressa, because with her flaunting this adulterous relationship, she already breaks the moral clause of the contracts that come with these different brands. Shout out to Laila for explaining it.
You know, I'm a business person, and I have, you know, I care about my name, I care about my character, I care about, you know, the integrity and the legacy that my father left, so people know what they're going to get with me, you know, so, you know, it's easy to work with people who understand that, aren't going to end up causing you a problem, so, you know, there's a lot that goes on there, but I think that times are different now. Even if you don't get, you know, an Adidas like I had, you know, there's other ways that money can be made that weren't even available to me back then. You know, I didn't have social media back then. You know, if I had social media, man, I'd be
game over.
I'd be showing people, I'd be showing them me sparring these men and whooping up on them in the gym, you know, and seeing them whooping on me too. You know, that's what made the fight easy. You know, I would put all that out there and let people see the difference in the ring, out the ring, and all these different things. So I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but you know, I think that they have way more opportunities now than we ever had. They're making way more money now also than we ever had, you know?
Yeah, so I got two things for you. You talk about having that global name. What's something that you experienced as a result of having a global name that just totally blew your mind and you were like, wow, this is pretty cool?
That's a hard one. I don't really think of things that way. You know, I grew up with one of the most famous men in the world as my father. So I don't think of myself in that way.
Could you use up to $800? Find it at BioLife. Up to $800 is waiting for you. Just donate.
But it never.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all are liking the video as you come in. She's a fool. She has no class. She never healed from her trauma. Listen to Laila. She's been there and she knows the game. Exactly, Cece. Like, that's what I'm saying. She need to humble herself. Claressa don't like to listen. Shout out to her champion. Laila Ali called into his show last night. And I thought it was a very, very, very good interview. He asked some good questions. And in the end, you'll hear he's going to ask how she felt about Claressa in her interview.
It amazed me how many people loved my father.
Hey, Aaron.
And respected my father. They didn't just, he wasn't like a singer, you know, or an actor, where he was a real person and people loved him for, you know, his dedication and love of the people. He was the people's champ and the champ, you know, and he was consistent across his entire life.
Yes,
you know, he was somebody that when he did
Christine.
wrong or made a mistake, because he was like an open book, he would come back and say, I was wrong. You know, when he made changes in his religion and how he looked at people and how he looked at the world, he would admit that he was wrong. You know what I mean? So people watched him change and grow and better himself. So, and he just
that is a part of growth. Self-accountability, that's a part of growth. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. And that's what I think Claressa needs to understand. It's okay if you don't know something, or even if you make a bad choice, right? It's all about holding yourself accountable so that you could grow and learn from it. And that's what I think is important here. And that's why when she crashes and burns, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Because she's got this overly inflated ego where she feels like she's more important than what she actually is. Like, she's still trying to drive this narrative like she sold 18,000 tickets, even though there's video footage out there that says otherwise. You know what I mean? Like, she not going to show the real numbers. She not going to talk about all the tickets she had to give away, God forbid, because that's going to be a bruise to her ego.
Such a difference in people's lives and touch so many people's lives. So that's what I think about. I don't really think much of me. I rather people not notice me. I rather people not recognize me. I'm a pretty private person.
Mm-hmm.
The things that I do because I need to do it as a business person in terms of visibility and things like that. But I'm not like someone who wants to be popping on social media or none of that.
Yeah.
Like, that stuff's not important to me.
Right. And I think that the key takeaway here, forget the brand ambassador. Laila built up her own brand, right? Yeah, she could partner and this and that, but she built up her own name. She has her seasoning. She has her own website and things like that. That's the stuff that's going to bring generational wealth to her family. That's how you think long term. That's how you keep your money working for you. You understand? And I think that's what's important. Like, yeah, it's great to get brand ambassadorships with Adidas and all these big name companies, but those things expire. What are you going to do after all of that runs out? And so she has now created a family legacy and revenue that's going to hold her down in her retirement, in her future, when she's ready to slow down and stop working. And let's not forget, she built up her social media with her cooking, and her food be looking delicious. Actually, I'm trying to wait till after my trip, but I'm gonna order Laila seasonings and things like that because I want to try them or whatever, because it's supposed to be good for people battling with like high blood pressure and things like that. It's supposed to be a lot healthier, so I definitely want to try it. But yeah, she built her own brand up, and it's a classy, reputable brand that will live on for generation after generation. Right now, what Claressa is building is all trash. Only people who watch Zeus Network is going to support it. And what class of people follow Zeus Network? Let's just keep it real.
So, I'm looking for long-term effects, not just
Laila knows how to market herself.
Basically, in noise. So.
Well, that's true, because you're hard to find on social media unless somebody goes to your Instagram page and you're basically a little post about what you're doing, but you're not on social media. Like, it's hard. If I didn't have an Instagram account, I only started getting caught up with Instagram like, I don't know, 3 months ago. I didn't know that stuff existed. But outside of that, I wouldn't even know how to find you.
Yeah, well, I realize the time we live in, especially with brands I do business with now, they want to know, are you on Instagram on a certain thing you do that's part of your contract, I'm posting and things like that, so I do it, but it's not a big focus of mine. I have a husband, I have 2 children, I got 3 dogs, and I have businesses and a lot of...
Everything that Claressa Coleslaw Crash Out wish she had. And see, a lot of people don't understand her venom towards Laila. It's jealousy. She's jealous. And plus she light-skinned. Oh my God. But don't y'all find it kind of ironic, right? She has all this venom and vitriol for people who are lighter skinned because she's a colorist, okay? It's colorism as its finest. But she called out 2 dark-skinned girls, Tasha K and Geisha 305. She called both of them out. Don't y'all find that ironic? And they both the same color as her? Yeah, they cancers in the black community. And you not? Sleeping with other people, man? Child.
That I do behind the scenes, that people aren't even aware of. So, that's just not my first thought. Yeah.
How important would you say social media and your presence on social media and how you conduct yourself when it comes to social media has been when it comes to business dealings? Because you said people are asking, hey, you have this account or that. Has that been something that's like, yo, if I'm not doing this right, that can backfire on me big time and hurt business dealings and my interactions with people?
phone had cut out. Your social media currency is very important. Now when you go into business meetings, they want to know how many followers you have and how many shares, what's the engagement on your page. All that social, that we call that social media currency, or as Voodoo said it, your social media IQ. That's all relevant. They're gonna look at your behavior all across the board. See what type of content you are putting out there, and they're gonna judge you based on that. It's just very important. Hold on, let me try to scoot this up a little bit.
Not all liver supplements are made the
y'all
same.
like the video?
Your liver
Like the video?
carries out over 500.
Thank y'all for joining me. I was going to do Tokyo Tony, but fuck that hoe. I'm giving her no attention.
Because at the end of the day, I see things sometimes that make me cringe, but I'm like, hey, you know, that's how that person wants to carry themselves. That's who they are. Then that's fine. There's just certain things that I'm not going to do because it's not consistent with the image that I want to portray in my character, and the things that, you know, I think people think of when they think of me. So I think that everybody kind of has their own lane, you know. But I think that, you know, consistency is important, and you know, if you're gonna try to pretend to be something that you're not, it's only gonna last so long anyway. So luckily, I don't have to pretend. This is really who I am. This is me. Now, don't get me wrong. I can cuss with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be. I also know the young girls are watching me, so I would never want to portray myself that way. I've been in some situations.
See that? She knows that she's a role model. She knows that young girls are looking up to her. So with that being said, she is very conscious and aware of how she presents to the world, because you never know what difference you're gonna make in some little girl's life. Seriously.
Where I went off in public and probably got caught on camera cussing in a fighting situation, and I was okay with it because of the context, right? Where
I love that, CC. Laila legacy will live on forever. She knows her worth, period. And that's what Claressa is missing, self-worth. Like, I don't care how many furs she put on, how many wigs she put on. She's still that traumatized little girl. She does not know her self-worth because she would not be settling for a man that is still married if she did.
And what the situation was, I'm not going to pretend that I don't, but it's just not something that I would just do on a regular basis, right? Because that's not the way I want to, you know, represent myself and represent women or black women. So there's a lot of different things that I think about, but everybody's different. You know, I don't expect everyone to be like me.
Right. Now, when it comes to the women today, is there anyone in particular that catches your eye? Like because we all think you're the face of women's boxing. We think it's going to be like that. We don't think it ever changes, right? But is there anyone right now we think for this era who you're watching and you're like, this could be the one, or these couple could be the one, or what do you think? Because there's so many great fighters. Just trying to get your opinion on what you think.
Yeah. I hate that there has to be one face, or that the women feel like there has to be one face. You know what I mean? I think that there can definitely be more than one, because one person cannot carry the sport. They just can't. There's probably going to be one girl who stands out. I know what you mean, you know, that might maybe get the deal and all that. I don't know. But the girls that there's so much talent, you know, I think so many more could have been inspired into the sport back in the day, you know, by those who came before them and started their amateur careers, right? And now they're pro. So they do have a lot more experience, right? They've been fighting for a while, and they want more. They expect more because there's more available. Girls that I would love to get some real opportunities on big platforms are Tiara Brown. There's a girl named Stephanie Simon that I really like. She was in the service, and now she's fighting. She's a little older, but she's still doing her thing. Of course, I love Alicia Baumgartner. You know, I love what she brings. I've always been a fan of Michaela Mayer. Michaela was in the gym when I was training. I remember her, a little young buck in the gym, you know, with her father when I was kind of on my way going out. So it's nice to see where she's at now and see her blossom into a grown woman. The talent pool is really deep, and there's just really too many names to mention.
Right. What do you think about Caroline Dubois?
I like Caroline. I think that she's very talented. She's got a little fire inside. She wants it. She wants it bad. You know, she wants to get there, and I know that she will because she wants it. Right. I think that she's in a weight class where there's just so much competition, which makes it fun. You know, it makes it fun. So it's fun to have a little back and forth and have somebody that, regardless of how confident you are, you know is going to give you the business, you know, and you really get to test yourself. That's something I didn't have, you know. So I'm excited for these ladies.
You know, back when you were fighting, it wasn't often I heard somebody saying
that way. I've been right.
This is what would happen to you if you took 2 capsules of Resilia.
This is everything opposite of what Claressa. Laila helps other women. She uplifts other women, unlike Claressa. Claressa is the type, she has to put people down in order to make herself feel.
De La Hoya and Shane mostly lived in California together. They saw each other at tournaments. They sparred each other. They did not. He then said there wasn't. Somebody shows you who they are, you just pretty much believe them the first time, like Maya Angelou said. You know, there's really not anything else to say other than that, saying that you're ducking them, or they're saying you're scared, or the public saying you're scared. The public never really knows what's going on. You know what I mean? For the most part, sometimes they're right, but at the end of the day, it's just like De La Hoya and Shane mostly lived in California together. They saw each other at tournaments. They sparred each other. They did not wait to fight until later in their careers when the money was right, when the time was right. You know, you don't fight just because. It's like, oh, okay, I got somebody. Build her up. So I understand what Alicia's saying about, you know, Caroline. Like, let's build her up. You know what I'm saying? And she has other fish to fry before she fights her. She wants to fight Amanda Serrano or whoever else for whatever reason. It doesn't mean she's ducking her and vice versa. You know, and I think that it just builds up more excitement for the fight to build a super fight, because people don't know Caroline Dubois like they need to. Both of them need to build their names more. You know what I mean? So I think that timing is important, and it's a smart move. You know, so that's the way I would go about it. I would definitely. That's what happened with Ann Wolfe and I. So Ann Wolfe was calling me out from the very beginning, before I even had any experience, and I publicly said, anyone can go back and watch those videos. I said, oh no, I'm going to fight her when the time is right. So I was being honest. I said, when the time is right, I'm a fighter. So then when the time came, okay, that's when she was nowhere to be found, because at that point, I had fought girls that she fought, stopped them. You know, now she felt differently. You know, she felt differently about fighting me. It's like she wanted to fight me in the beginning, but then when you're able to look at how someone did against the opponents you fought, when you get a chance to come ringside and watch them fight, then you get to see, you know. So, and some people, it's not that they're scared, you know, people know that. People don't fight people sometimes because they don't want to ruin the mystique of them being so powerful and so big and bad, and, you know, because then it'll mess with their money. So they don't want to take those chances. You know, and then some of us care about legacy, care about bragging rights, care about, you know, wanting to, you know, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. So, and care and know that you're only as good as the people you fight. So at the end of the day, at some point, yeah, talk your shit. But we got to fight at some point. We're not just going to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get in the ring at some point. So, and when that doesn't happen, that's when you say, okay. You know, so all this is going on right now. Fans can say so-and-so scared. It really comes down to, okay, after so much time goes by, and then if it just never happens, and it just doesn't make sense anymore. When the time is right, it's right. Everyone knows it's right. It's ready to go. They don't want to get in there. That's when you can say they're ducking on the duck sauce or whatever you say.
Putting duck sauce on the front race. Yeah. And don't take it to the stupid. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't take it to the stupid.
I'm probably going to have to get off in about 5 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to ask you 2 more questions. With Ann Wolfe, what are the facts People say you ducked her. People say she ducked you. What was it? Was it money? Was it timing? Why didn't y'all two fight? Because to this day, we debate over.
I think that people who are making a positive difference in the world deserve a spotlight, you know, and if you can help people change their mindset to be more successful in life, and I think that's a lot of what you do, what you've been doing for some time. Like when I go look at your channel, of course you're going to have fun and talk shit and cuss and all that. That's fun. I mean, you got to be entertaining, but I think that there's a nice balance there. You're very talented, you know, and I hope you have much success in the future, you know, now and forever and for your family. So thank you so much. Thanks for all the love. We'll stay in touch. You know, I'll come on one day. We can do a video, you know, I mean, on camera, you know, you know what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So, and maybe I can get some of that, what do you call it? Fried rice and chicken.
Oh my God, yeah. Don't take it to the stupid. Yeah. We can. Well, hey, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. You have a good night.
I'll check in to the comments later and make sure everyone enjoyed it. But
let me back it up. So hold on.
On a basis, right? Because that's not the way I want to, you know, represent myself and represent women or black women.
Someone like Caroline DeBar right now. Do you think that it's more beneficial to clip the little young lion who's up and coming, or focus more on the bigger name, the bigger pot of money?
They're ducking on the duck sauce.
Have you heard about pop-on siding? We need 50 homeowners in your area to trial this.
It's hard for me to get.
Putting ducks on.
Put you on the undercard to have a rematch with Ann Wolf. Anybody.
What's up with the GOAT? The GOAT. She went on the Breakfast Club. Anything you want to say about that? I mean, you know, because I know you ain't into all the drama, but I gotta ask.
Man, you know that's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
I really said what needed to be said. You know, in my videos, I knew that more would probably be said, and you know, I think I covered everything, and I truly believe that, you know, when somebody shows you who they are, you just pretty much believe them the first time, like Maya Angelou said. You know, there's really not anything else to say other than that.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Well, I know you gotta go.
She paid her dust. Period. That was a bruise to Claressa ego right there. She paid her dust, just like Remy paid her dust. But she wants a reaction. So shout out to her, champion. It was a call-in show, so other people called in or whatever. But yeah, I love the way Laila handles herself. I love how she talks about the sport of boxing from a woman's standpoint and just as an athlete. And I thought it was dope. Like, Claressa, in the grand scheme of things, you don't really matter. Yeah, Claressa needs to listen, but she won't because she hard-headed. But yeah, you guys, so that was Laila's clapback at Wrestle Coleslaw Crash Out. And she's just like, I told y'all, we went through this already. But then Claressa will make herself the victim and make it seem like people are just picking on her when she attracts this type of attention. And I think Geisha said it best, and we're going to go ahead and get out of here, y'all.
Yeah, Claressa, if you stop talking about parading around with a married man, and if you stop getting on the internet saying stupid stuff, I promise you, I'll stop talking about you. I'll leave you alone. If you stop saying that you're going to sue 50 Cent because you used to mess with Maserati Bud, trying to use him to get close to 50 Cent, I'll stop talking about you. But if you keep getting on the internet saying stupid stuff, I'm going to keep talking about you. How about that? Let's make that deal.
Period. Like, stop putting it out there. Now, she claims she's going to make things more private between her and Pat, which they should have been that way from the very beginning until his divorce is final, because she's going to forever be dragged. She's going to forever be dragged by the internet. Child, look at them walking around the city. Guys, let me tell you something. You know, I feel like it's trouble in paradise. This Pap, he not going to talk about it publicly, just like he did Remy. Remember, Remy upheld his image, but he not beat for her. Look, the security is helping her into the car. Ciao. I think this thing is going to come to a head real soon. I think it's going to come to a head real soon. Number one, I feel like she's very immature, and that's going to eventually get on Pap's nerves. But Pap has unfinished business with his family. Whether him and Remy Ma decide to get back together or not, he still need to clean that up. He need to make it right for the golden child. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to make sure that they come up with a healthy, peaceful co-parenting plan, and he needs to follow through on some real. Pap he's not even qualified to be in a relationship right now. He still needs to heal from whatever hurt he obtained in his marriage. You talk about 20 plus years. You don't just get over a 20 plus year relationship just like that. And so that, to me, tells me him and Claressa's relationship is doomed. Because right now, she's like a temporary fix. Like someone addicted to DRUGS's, she's a temporary fix. But when he decides to come off of that high and clean himself up, he'll realize, like, she not the woman for me. Claressa Shields don't deserve him. And don't get me wrong, Pap a lot of things. Do I think he's a bad person at his core? Absolutely. I don't think that. I think he has some things he needs to work on with himself, so that he could evolve in his manhood. It's said, according to his wife, he struggles with gambling addiction and things like that. Like, Claressa is nothing but a placeholder right now. She is numbing everything he's trying to suppress and not feel. And he needs to go through those motions. Like, I wouldn't even want to get with somebody who's, like, freshly out of a relationship. Like, you need time to heal. You do. You need time to heal. And right now, all Claressa you got is Remy sloppy seconds. All right, so that's all that I have trending. Fuck Blueface, Blucifer, fuck him, fuck Krishan, don't care. Wow. I'm just trying to see if there's any responses. Oh, look. Megan Good and Tank are going to be on Reasonable Doubt. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. That's my show, Reasonable Doubt. Not bro. Rilla shooting her shot at Angela Simmons. Oh, Ari Fletcher, she went live yesterday. Something is going on with her cosmetic line. It's crazy. For those of you who are just joining, we went over Jarvis Butts was found deleted in his cell this morning. So he's out of there. He's out of there. Where are we, Fletcher at? Yeah, she went live yesterday and was like, don't buy my products. I'm like, what? Here she go.
Whoever, do not shop, don't buy anything from Remedy. My manager, my old manager, will not give me access to any of my stuff that has my passwords, my money, all my shit. Do not buy anything from Remedy. Don't shop on there. Do not, none of that. Until I get on here and I tell you that you can shop with Remedy, don't buy anything, not one, don't, nothing. Hopefully you able to get your stuff, but as of right now, today, do not shop, don't buy anything at all from Remedy, nothing.
Don't buy nothing from Remedy, chill. Hey, Christine. Oh, thank you so much. I'll be working on my skin regimen, child. My husband be like, it be taking you forever in the bathroom. Like, I'm doing my skincare. But I use a lot of turmeric. Maybe I need to do an updated skin routine, morning routine. I use a lot of turmeric products or whatever to kind of even my skin tone. I got that mask that you sleep in. I can't do it, y'all. I can't sleep in like mask and stuff like that. Like, but I do use it. I put it on, but I peel it right off when it's dry or whatever. I may let it sit for like an hour, but I ain't beat for sleeping in that. Oh, did y'all hear the suspect in the Rihanna pow-powing? She has pled not guilty. I'm sure she going try to prove she was temporarily insane. Yeah, he'll be okay, right? All right, we're going to close the show with people clowning Ressa and people's thoughts on the Jarvis butt situation. Here we go.
Can y'all help me understand this?
Enhances your look. And makeup enhances your look. If you're an ugly person, you're going to be an ugly person regardless. An ugly person on the inside, an ugly person on the outside. Some of the most beautiful women, people consider them ugly because of their inside. Right. Now, I know I'm all that in a bag of chips, baby. I'm fine as hell.
Claressa Sheilds, you have it all wrong, baby. No. If you're ugly with makeup,
I look at him
that means you're ugly without it. If you are beautiful without makeup, I will say this. That means that you are beautiful with it. You are still unattractive with makeup, and you are very, 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 I mean very unattractive without makeup. Now let me show you what natural beauty looks like. Bing! Right there. See that? You see how she don't gotta do too much? Now that's what enhancing the beauty is. Now full face covered in makeup, that's a costume, baby. That's not your real face. It's a facade, it washes off. You see this? It doesn't go nowhere. Laila gonna look like that when she wake up, go to sleep, eat, and guess what? Her man is downstairs with her at the table. Guarantee you.
Love it. Shout out to Media House 1234, child. I always try to, a lot of y'all might not believe. I always try to send y'all off with something to make you chuckle and laugh. At the end of the day, she needs to understand the internet. We're not haters. You give us the content, we make our commentary on it. That's it. That's all. Like, you not all that in the bag of chips the way you think, girl. Because if you was, you would have been able to get your own man, child.
Jarvis butt.
Let's get into Jarvis butts, and then we're going to get out of here, promise.
Jarvis butt's convicted in Isaiah Harris murder, found dead in prison. That was fast, y'all. Jarvis butt's convicted in Isaiah.
It was fast. But I wanted him to suffer. I wanted him to suffer a lot more. Absolutely. I wanted him to suffer. Like, I wanted I wanted the inmates to go live on TikTok, because you know they be live on TikTok, child. One time I went on TikTok and the inmate made a whole grill out the damn step. Let me tell you something. Criminals, they are the most creative, okay, on this earth. But he sure was. He made a grill out of the step in the prison. It was cooking food. And he was live on TikTok. Yep. So, like, I would have liked to see, like, Jarvis butts, like, with them jailhouse cigarette butts being put out on him. Yeah. Tied up. Maybe gagged. Yeah. I want him to suffer. I wanted him to suffer a little bit more. But that's all I got for you, Knotty Crew. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Love y'all down to the ground. I appreciate everybody joining me. Going skating tonight. So, yeah, you only get one live today, but we'll be back tomorrow for sure. This weekend, I just want to kind of, you know, in watching Remy Ma's old content, I had to reintroduce myself. And you know what? I guess it's because I feel bad, right? Because when everything came out about Easy to Block Captain, and I feel like, girl, you know better. You know how marriages go. You know how these ninjas be out here lying on you when they don't get their way, when they lose control and stuff like that. Like, so I felt like I should have known better. But I wanna go back. You know what I'm saying? To remind everybody, especially my Knotty Crew, the origins of Remy Ma and how she was that bitch, like, for real. So yeah, that's gonna be this weekend. We're gonna do that on Saturday. I'm gonna drop the link because I want you all to sound off about the situation. I want to know how y'all gonna, how long y'all feel this situation is gonna last. I think Papoose already looking tired and worn down, baby. I think he already looking tired and worn down. All right, so I hope you all have a good evening. And until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. One.